Once upon a time, in a quiet little village, a young couple lived happily together, dreaming of their first child. Behind their house was a beautiful garden filled with fruits and vegetables so fresh they could make anyone jealous. But here's the problem. The garden belonged to a wicked witch. And one day, the young wife spotted something green and delicious through the window. Rampion leaves, or as some call it, she craved it so badly she said, "If I don't eat that rampion, I might just faint." Her poor husband sighed. "Fine, I'll get you some. What's the worst that could happen?" Famous last words. That night, he sneaked into the witch's garden, picked some rampion, and bam! The witch appeared out of nowhere like, "Caught you red-handed!" Salad thief. Terrified, the man fell to his knees. "Please, don't turn me into a frog!" "My wife just craved your rampion?" The witch smirked. "You can have as much rampion as you want. But your firstborn child will be mine!" Yikes. The man, scared and helpless, agreed. Months later, their baby girl was born, beautiful, with golden hair that shimmered in the light. And just like that, the witch appeared and took her away. She named her ... Rapunzel. The witch locked Rapunzel in a tall, lonely tower. No stairs. No door. Just one tiny window. Every day, the witch would stand below and shout, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair!" And Rapunzel would toss down her long, golden braids so the witch could climb up. Years passed. Rapunzel grew into a kind and beautiful young woman with a voice so lovely it could melt hearts. One day, a prince riding through the forest heard her singing. He stopped and whispered, "That voice, it's like sunshine." He hid in the bushes and watched as the witch climbed the tower using Rapunzel's hair. The prince thought, "Well, if it works for her, it'll work for me." The next day, he stood below and called out, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." The braid fell, and the prince climbed up. When Rapunzel saw him, she gasped, "You're not the witch!" He smiled kindly. "Don't worry, I'm not here to hurt you. I just wanted to meet the girl with the magical voice." They talked, they laughed, and soon they fell deeply in love. He visited her secretly every evening. But one day, Rapunzel accidentally slipped up. She said to the witch, "You're so much heavier than the prince." Uh-oh. The witch's eyes went wide. "What did you say?" Furious, she screamed, "You, ungrateful girl!" She grabbed a pair of scissors, snip, snip, and Rapunzel's long hair fell to the floor. The witch sent her far away into a desert, alone and heartbroken. But she wasn't done being evil. That night, when the prince came and called for Rapunzel, the witch threw the cut-off braid down. He climbed up eagerly, only to find the terrifying witch waiting for him. "Looking for someone?" she hissed. The prince panicked, slipped, and fell into a bush of thorns. The thorns blinded him. 4 years, he wandered, heartbroken, calling Rapunzel's name across the land. He ate wild berries, drank from rivers, and never gave up searching. One day, in a quiet forest, he heard a familiar song. Could it be? He whispered. He followed the voice, stumbling, crying, calling her name, until Rapunzel ran into his arms. She wept with joy, and as her tears touched his eyes, his sight returned. Her love had healed him. They traveled back to his kingdom, got married, and lived happily ever after with no witches allowed. And as for the witch, well, let's just say she learned that love and kindness always outshine cruelty. Moral of the story: true love never gives up, and maybe keep your hairbrush handy. You never know when someone might need a ladder.